So just like you were saying about how it can take a bit of time just to see where people sit within their culture and within their identity. We'll look at that a wee bit further here when we think about the balance of identity. And it is a complex relationship because they're trying to fit in at school, they're trying to find their place within school, but a lot are trying to hold on to their home culture as well, and their parents are trying to encourage that as well, which us as EL teachers, we completely encourage, especially with trying to hold on to their home language and things like that. We really encourage that because it's so important for development of a new language, but also just for a life skill, and it's part of their identity and everything. So yeah, it's quite a tricky relationship with themselves that they're building up while they're here. So some of our young people do identify as being from the country of their parent without ever actually having visited that country, and they can feel a bit confused about it. So you can see here, can I be Black and Scottish? I was born in Glasgow, but do I say I come from the country of my parents? A lot of our learners don't identify as Scottish. I recently have been doing lessons with some P6s in a class, and we were talking about what does a Scottish person look like, and I was still getting a lot of, the stereotypical Scottish person coming out with, kilt and bagpipes and drinking iron brew and eating shortbread and all the rest of it. And when I was trying to speak to all of these young people and saying, well, actually, all of you are Scottish. You can all be considered Scottish. You live here, you go to school here, you've built up relationships here. And a lot of the responses that I was getting back was, no, I can't be Scottish because I'm not from here. So obviously it is very confusing to think about, where actually is your home country? And that question came up as well, the third one, how long do I have to live in Scotland before I can call myself Scottish as well? Thinking about how they fit in and how do I know I'll be accepted? And again, that's where the home language thing often comes up, where they feel that they'll be more accepted if they're speaking English more often. And then what does a real Scottish person look and sound like? So that's like what we were talking about within that class. I mean, in reality, we know that nobody really stoats about wearing a kilt and eating shortbread all the time. But even our monolingual Scottish children were giving me that description as well. So it was quite interesting to see what people see a Scottish person is looking like. But as it says at the bottom, schools that increase their cultural competence have the ability to meaningfully engage families and support effectively. And I think that's really important, that cultural understanding. And there is so much going on in schools, and there's so much that the young people want to share with their peers about their own cultures, and it helps them, understand their identity if they're able to, talk about their culture more and where they fit within that culture. And so I think schools have to give the opportunity to explore that